Welcome back, and now to the US presidential race, where Kamala Harris has climbed slightly in the polls after her debate against Donald Trump this week. And to discuss this, I'm joined by Professor Peter Matthews from Cypress University in California. Professor, thanks for joining me. How would you assess the performance of each candidate?
The performance in the debates were quite interesting. That I believe that Kamala Harris, the vice president, was able to rattle Donald Trump and get him off of his game because she started talking about his personal situations. Like, for example, she said, when you have rallies, people leave early and they're bored with your rallies. And that really got to him. He got angry, got off on that subject instead of sticking to issues such as the economy, immigration, which he also talks about. But now he went even further off the rails by saying that Haitian immigrants, were eating cats and dogs. And Kamala Harris looked bemused and started laughing about it. So in a way, she shook him up. She answered some questions. I think that he had some inaccurate, when there was fact checking going on, it showed that he had actually made claims, for example, that babies were being killed outside the mother's womb in Democratic states. That was also fact checked. This is really losing his credibility at the seats on. That's one reason that Kamala Harris gained a couple of percentage points on the nationwide poll, but it's the swing state polls that count the most.
Yes, I want to ask you more about those polls. So how much can we read into that slight bounce in the polls for Kamala Harris?
It's better than going backward by 2 points, but going up by 2 points is better in a national poll to show that there's some movement in her direction after the debate. However, like I said, the 7 swing states, which account for about 93 electoral votes, are very, very close. In fact, one or the other candidates is ahead by less than 1% in several states, and Kamala Harris is ahead by 2% in Michigan and 3% in Wisconsin, I believe. But that's still within the margin of error. So either of those two candidates could win those 93 votes, or some of them, and then go over the top and win the election. Like happened with President Trump in 2016. He won the electoral vote, but lost the popular vote by a few percent. This could happen again. Also, don't forget that Trump tends to overperform the polls. And we don't know if the pollsters have actually been adjusting for that. And his numbers actually turn out to be better than what they are in the polls. So I think the Harris campaign should be very cautious about that. They call themselves the underdog still, and they're working very hard in the swing states.
Now, Donald Trump has been claiming that he won the debate and that the vice president was being fed information via an earpiece. What do you make of those claims?
It's pretty bizarre. I mean, maybe he should get some earrings also and get the earpieces, but it's weird to even say that, but because it's like the things that he claimed about the Haitian immigrants. He claimed about abortions. Many of those things were disproven, and he just makes exaggerations in order to get attention. And I don't believe that she had earrings that had those earpieces, because that's easy to discover. And if that were true, it would be a horrendous stain on her integrity.
What does it tell us about how he's going to approach the election? Do you think we could potentially see a repeat of 2020-21 if he doesn't win?
That would be so dangerous, but it's always possible, because he's already started warning us that if he does not win, he's come out and said this: if I don't win, there was cheating going on. I'm not going to accept the results. He said those things. And that's very dangerous, because he's kind of stirring up his own people, some of the extremists among his factions and his groups, and who did, in fact, engage in violence in January 6, 2021. And we don't want that to repeat again. That would be very dangerous for our country. We hope that it is a rule of law principle. A democracy should accept the side that wins. The side that loses must accept the election results. That gives the government legitimacy. If you don't have legitimacy, you have no democracy, you have no real government. So that's a very dangerous point to be at. I would really try to caution President Trump to please accept the results either way, whether he wins or Kamala Harris wins.
Now, it was important to the Trump side that he keep his cool during this debate. As you mentioned, he did get rattled. Do you think that was damaging for him?
I think it was damaging. That's probably one reason that he's refusing to debate her again. In fact, Harris was so proud of what she did, and so were her supporters, how she did, that she had challenged him to a second debate right away. And the next day, I believe, was yesterday, he declined and said, I'm not going to do it. I don't have to debate you again. I've already debated you. So you wonder if getting rattled like that and not doing so well, because, by the way, 53% of the voters said that Harris won the debate, 24% said that Trump won the debate, and most experts say that Harris won the debate. So President Trump claimed to have won it, but he's not acting like it by turning her down for the second debate.
Professor Peter Matthews from Cypress University in California, thank you for joining me.
Thank you.